Hey, everybody, I'm Deon. Welcome back to Wisdom Wednesdays. And so today we're going to be talking about a topic that was requested by the tribe, and that's how to find a good friend. Now, I'm going to start at a slightly different place. I want to talk about how to be a good friend to yourself. Because I think if you go looking to find a good friend in others and you haven't started the process of being a good friend to yourself, then you'll most likely go and subconsciously look for relationships that mirror back to you relationships that you've had with yourself, or maybe some relationships that you've had with others that may or may not have been so healthy. So I want to start with how to be a good friend to yourself. So, being a good friend means practicing self compassion. And one of the ways you can practically practice self compassion is by acknowledging your feelings. So, let me just start here. Feelings are not facts. I think most of you would agree with me there. Just because you may have a suspicion that someone is cheating on you, you might feel scared about that. Your fear is not proof that that's actually happening. Just because you feel angry with someone, maybe a coworker, is not the proof that that person is trying to sabotage you. You would actually need to go and look at some very observable information, like some behavior, to have proof that that's happening. And our feelings don't offer us that. But just because our feelings are not facts, it doesn't mean that our feelings are useless, that they have no utility. They are very useful. They let us know how we're experiencing things. It's an indicator. So I like to use the check engine analogy. So while our feelings are not the navigation system, it's not the thing telling us where to go. That would be more along the lines of our values. Um, it would be I would put it at the check engine light. It's the thing that lets us know we need to pull over and check out what's happening with us. So, for those of you who've been following me for a while, you've heard me tell a story about my buddy Rodriguez when I was in the Marine Corps. So, hear it again, okay? So, Rodriguez came in one day and his car was done. The engine had blown up while he was on his way to work. And he was hot because he called his wife, and she said that she had seen that the check engine light was on, and she had put some black electric tape on it over it to cover it because it was annoying. So something that could have been easily may have been an easy fix ended up costing them the whole engine in the car. And I believe that people are very similar. The feelings that we won't acknowledge, the ones that we suppress, the ones that we pretend that they're not there, they can cause a lot of damage. They could cause a lot of damage. It takes us away from having a human experience. And I got to tell you, I'm seeing a lot of people get shamed for having that human experience. And I want to take the shame out of acknowledging your feelings and talk about how they can be useful. So they can, like I said before, they can let you know that something's happening for you. One of the things that I like to do when I'm having a strong feeling, I like to measure it. I like to see where is it at on a scale of 0 to 10. So if I'm at an anger level 9 out of 10, I want to start asking myself, well, what am I saying to myself to give it that much fuel? Because I'm telling a story around that feeling. I'm telling myself a story. So I want to look at the story. I might write it down. I might journal it. I just know I need to externalize the story so I can see it. I might talk to somebody else. So it's another way of externalizing that story so it can be examined. So when I find that when I do that, I can go back and I can look at the feeling and go, oh, that's what you were letting me know. You were letting me know that, shoot, I'm still struggling with that thing the person did last week. That's why it's so strong. So I need to investigate it. Um, and so I want to encourage you to allow yourself to have this human experience with no shame. And a lot of times we try to write feelings off as not useful, as if our thoughts by themselves are useful. Listen, just like feelings are not facts, thoughts are not facts either. I've thought a lot of things that were not true. So both of them are part of the human experience and both of them are valuable to us. We need to look at them. We need to explore them. We need to explore feelings and thoughts, and remember not to treat them like facts and not to discard them altogether because they do let us know how we're taking in the environment around us, how we're experiencing it. And so I wanted to encourage you with that today. Be a good friend to yourself so that you can be a good friend to others. A lot of times, and you can attract good friends. A lot of times we end up looking for people who reflect back to us the kind of relationship we have with ourselves. So if you're completely out of touch with how you feel, how you're experiencing the things around you, you can start to attract people who can invalidate that for you. So I want you to really, really consider that part. Consider being a good friend to yourself. Consider practicing self compassion by acknowledging your feelings. All right. I'm still trying to find a way to get out of here. I'm giving it thought. So when I get it, I mean I'm gonna have it, right? But for now, it's bye y'all.